Good morning, welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you from the Singapore FinTech Festival. Joining me for this segment, we have David Rutter, who's the founder and CEO of R3, and we are going to focus on the festival itself and some of the biggest takeaways that many of the people are getting from here today. In fact, there's over 40,000 people that are expected to attend today, 400 exhibitors, over 140 of them are startup companies. David, thank you so much for helping me kick off day two coverage of Nasdaq Trade Talks. So give us some of your thoughts on the FinTech Fest and some of the takeaways that you're getting from this.
So Jill, this is my third time. There's only been three of them. And as you said, there's expected to be 40,000 people here today. So I just marvel at the size and the energy of this place. And I think that the main takeaways is that we're continuing to see a lot of very interesting evolution, and of course blockchain, which matters to me, but a lot of other interesting technologies which are going to reshape financial services like AI, cloud computing, and the like. So it's always great for me to come here and look around and see all the other things that's going on, because we try to stay in our swim lane at R3. And the other thing I'd say is that Singapore is our third biggest office. So we're very dedicated to this city-state, and I had a great experience here. We work closely with the MAS and Singapore government. So it's really excited to see the success that they have here.
Well, it's great to have you as a resource that you've been here for each one of these. What are some of the changes that you've seen within your swimming lane blockchain over the past year?
Well, I think the big change is that I've been evangelizing blockchain for 3.5 years, and I don't really have to do it anymore because there's plenty of applications out there. I can just tell people, hey, if you want to hear about it, go to marketplace.r3.com, which is it's a website that lists all the applications that are being built on our platform. So the big thing for me is it's not about what's going to happen in the future. We now have tangible applications going into production, and it's still early days, but we have something very specific to point to. So that's, I think, the biggest change of all. It's not we don't have to evangelize anymore. I don't think people question whether blockchain is going to be impactful. And they can see the various verticals that it's really impacting.
All right, and apologies for that. That's kind of the risk of doing live television and getting the conference experience. But let's go back to R3. What's next for you guys?
So I think that we will continue to build out our partner network. We have over 170 partners now on all providing services and building software on top of our open source.
Where are the other two offices?
Platform.
Singapore is your main base?
Yeah, so no, London is our biggest office.
Right,
okay,
London.
so I started the company in America. I moved to London 2 years ago. Our engineering team's in London. We have about 100 there.
Oh, wow.
About 50 in New York, and 16 to 18 people here in Singapore, and then others scattered about. So I think for us, we've been kind of overwhelmed by the global enthusiasm about Corda and feel quite blessed about our opportunity. But we reach end customers through our partner network. And we have some of the biggest partners in the world. Like I said, there's about 150 apps that I know of being built on top of Corda, but because it's open source, you don't always know. We find out as they get closer to going into production. So for us, it's really about trying to provide quality services to our partners and to our end customers as they move into their production mode. That's the big thing for R3 in the next year.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. Look forward to seeing you next year for the 4th annual.
Thank you, Jill.
And thank you for joining me throughout coverage. We're coming to you live from the Singapore FinTech Fest. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.